Coming up on this episode of MTV News, we revisit Egbert, learn more about our upper grade teacher and custodian, and find out more about the war between Ukraine and Russia. All this and more, only on MTV News. Hello and welcome. I am news reporter Ashrita, and you are watching MTV News. Do you remember the famous Egbert? What's Egbert doing now, I wonder?
Okay, we're going to go ahead and head to recess right now. So if I could have you, whatever you're doing, go ahead and stop, and then go ahead and line up. Walking.
Do you think pineapple belongs on pizza? Oh, definitely. I know, it's just so good. $1,000 wasted. Who's not good with camera? Vandalization. Not $200. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Such a way.
Remember how Egbert was first chased by a cat? I wonder what the students at DPM think about the dogs versus cats rivalry.
The cat-dog debate is something that people have very strong feelings about. The most popular pets here at DPM are definitely the ones that spark the most conflict. I went out onto the playground to learn which pet DPM students like the best.
I like cats better because I think they're cuter and I like that they meow a lot. They can play with you all day no matter if they're old or not, and they can run very fast. I like them equally. I like cats because they're really fuzzy, and I like dogs because they're very energetic. Okay. Well, they are both very good pets to have, right? And you can pet them all the time. And I also have those two pets, and they're really fun to play with. And they're just
I like cats and dogs the same, cause cats are really active, and they're really active and they play a lot, but they take really big naps. Dogs play a lot and they're a little bit way too crazy. Cats are really fun to play with, and if you move and if they see something move, they most likely gonna play with it, and they like playing easily. Dogs because we have two of them, and I like snuggling with them and playing with them. And what I think are good about them is that they snuggle. They snuggle, they play, they are mostly happy, and most of them are nice.
While the debate may go on, that's all the time we have on this MTV News segment. Bye!
In Sacramento County, our summers are really hot. It is important to wear sunscreen so your skin doesn't hurt or get sunburned.
Are you ready to go?
Shouldn't you put on sunscreen first?
Nah.
It is important to put on sunscreen before going outside. Sunscreen makes you not get sunburned for a long period. It also helps prevent skin cancer and reduces skin irritation.
Okay, good point. I'll put it on.
Did you know our school custodian enjoys a lot of hobbies outside of school?
I am the head custodian here at Del Paso Manor.
Mr. Jeff does all the cleaning here at DPM, but did you know that he also has other hobbies?
I've been drawing since I was in first grade, maybe. So I've been playing guitar since I was 13.
How did our head custodian get inspired to make art?
I think what inspired me to start making art was my dad. He drew a lot when I was a kid, so I would like to see his artwork, and it inspired me to want to make my own.
He shared with us how he gets inspired.
Comic books and cartoons growing up definitely had an impact on me. Anything creative, I am really, really excited to take part in.
Mr. Jeff has taken his art to the next level.
I just recently started recording some of this music and putting it to video. I've been having a lot of fun finding weird old movie clips to kind of match the tone and the feeling of the music and put them all together and see what happens.
There's a lot more to Mr. Jeff than being our school custodian.
It's just something that I've always done. I enjoy doing it. It's relaxing. And it's just a good time. I really get a kick out of it. Anybody can do art. Anybody can do it. All it is putting lines down on paper and just see what happens. Use your imagination. It's a lot of fun.
One of the teachers, Mr. Griffin, made a poem called Swords. Let's check it out.
Swords by C. Emmanuel Griffin.
Words are swords.
Swords are weapons.
They can destroy or defend
It all depends.
on how you use them.
They can heal or they can kill.
So use them as you will.
But know that you alone control.
Your words, your weapons.
Of mass destruction or eternal liberation.
The poem you just heard was written by Mr. Griffin, who is a new teacher here on DPM. He shared with us why he wrote this poem.
It encourages them to use their words thoughtfully, knowing that they can hurt or they can actually be very helpful and encouraging.
His students also told us what they learned from this poem.
It means you have to use your words carefully.
Just don't talk back or just say stop.
Mr. Griffin shared with us what he wants people to learn from listening to his poem.
I would hope that they would read it, that they would feel a sense of clarity and have a better understanding that everything they say has an impact. It can raise someone up, it can break someone down. They really are your best weapon.
Mr. Griffin's poem inspires kids to use their words for better instead of worse.
My favorite part of the poem, I think it's at the end, the last part. It says, "But know that you alone control your words, your weapons of mass destruction or eternal liberation."
Currently, there is a war between Russia and Ukraine. Let's learn more about it.
Have you heard about the war happening between Russia and Ukraine? You might have a lot of questions. Well, let's find some answers. Why is the war happening?
Well, for a long time, Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union, which was basically where a few countries were all part of Russia.
Then, in 1991, Ukraine left, and ever since then, Russia wanted Ukraine to come back for its natural resources like oil. They also didn't want Ukraine joining the European Union or NATO.
Who is helping Ukraine and what efforts are being made to support them?
Surrounding countries of Ukraine, like Poland and Romania, have been taking escaped refugees and giving them necessities.
NATO, which stands for Northern Atlantic Treaty Organization, is also helping by sorting out Ukraine's political issues.
Why is this something we should discuss in school?
Well, it's a topic that everyone deserves to notice, even in elementary school.
But don't worry, NATO and surrounding countries will find ways to support Ukraine and overcome this conflict.
It is important to manage time between school, home, and other things. Let's check out how you do that.
Proper time management can help students free up time and finish their school assignments quickly, which means there will be more free time to have fun. Time management is one of the most effective strategies to finish homework on time, but a lot of people don't use this strategy. Here are 5 tips for time managing. Tip number 1, eliminate distractions. Eliminating distractions means to not get distracted, and if you do get distracted, try to ignore it. Tip number 2, use a schedule and follow that schedule. Creating a schedule will help you stay on task and help you finish your assignments quickly.
Tip number 3, start working on assignments early. Working on assignments early can help you not procrastinate so that you don't have to rush to finish the assignment that you were supposed to do 2 weeks ago. Tip number 4, prioritize wisely. Prioritizing wisely can help relieve stress by doing the assignment due in a day before the one due in 2 weeks.
Tip number 5, group similar tasks together. Grouping similar tasks together can help you get assignments done quickly, and it can make those assignments easier.
These tips will help students keep from feeling bored, learn some responsibility, and help them get their chores done. Time management can make kids feel happy and accomplished.
That's all the time we have today on MTV News. Thank you for joining us.